iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, we've welcomed in Lizzie Pearl and Steve Marshall. They've walked into our banana and beef burps. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good morning. It does smell like Mexican in here.
It smells good. Yeah. Well, yes. Actually, it didn't taste as bad as we thought it was going to taste. Now, you may not know, or maybe you do know, that we, in particular Brendan Jones, is obsessed with a current affair. And the two of you have a new podcast that looks at all the stories, the behind the scenes, the weird stuff, the funny stuff, and the serious stuff, I'm sure.
Yep.
So welcome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been great. We've been going a couple of weeks now. And look, you're right, Amanda. We look behind the scenes at A Current Affair. The show's been going for 50-odd years. Yeah. And there's a lot to talk about. Yeah.
I mean, some of the stories I know are very serious, but there's also a lot of stuff that's just fun. Mm-hmm. Well, fun for us because we're not the people being ripped off by bad tradies, etc.
I'm always impressed by the bravery of you guys. Do you get nervous when you go up to someone's door, you don't know who it's going to be?
Look, I think it's a combination of nervousness and excitement, right, Lizzie?
Yeah, well, you always know because you've got the facts on your side, right? So as nervous as you are, you know, the other person is going to be packing it a lot more because we've finally showed up and they may or may not have been expecting us. So you can put the nerves aside because you know you're on the good guy's side, right? Yeah. And you're doing something for a viewer or someone who's come to us with a problem and hopefully we can sort it out.
Is this the kind of thing when you go back to the office you say, wow, you're not going to believe the day I had? Is this kind of what the podcast is a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, spot on. What goes on behind, making TV. And there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
Your clothes for a start, Steve. Yeah. Your jacket selection, your tie selection.
To go the George Negus, the jacket slung over the shoulder. The militia are just over the hill.
Bend the knee, take a knee.
That's what you got to do.
And the crouch. The
George Negus crouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you get older, it must get harder.
The knees aren't what they used to be.
One of my favourite stories, and out of everyone, okay, so there was the ultrasound ogre.
Pregnant mum's most treasured moment, but they're all fake. Hundreds of women fleeced by Australia's ultrasound ogre.
The cul-de-sac of creeps.
The cul-de-sac of creeps. Welcome to Corella Place, where 65 convicted sex offenders live together in the one street.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, Jonesy, you've plucked a couple of crackers out of the archives.
But
there,
my favourite one of all time...
There's more, Steve.
...was the serial pervert pastor con man. And so the reporter chased him down, kept taunting him that he was a serial pervert pastor con man, and then he ended up getting the aggrieved to actually repeat that back to him.
Mate, you have no idea who I am.
We have no idea who you are. You're a serial pervert con man.
You did the wrong thing. You would have got this place cleaned up.
Serial pervert con man, aren't you? That's who you are.
I'm a serial pervert con man.
That's his LinkedIn profile now.
And then he fell over.
Yeah, I do recall that one. That is a classic. But you're right, Amanda. I mean, we go beyond that. The show does go beyond that, and it has moved with the times. I mean, you've plucked a couple out of the archives there, Jonesy, which are beauties. But look, the show has moved with the times, and I think we're a bit more sensitive these days, aren't we, Lizzie?
Are we?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I hope you're not too sensitive because I want to listen to the podcast and get the juice.
Yeah, look, you do. I mean, you come across those every now and again. I think the last one was, remember the bloke who climbed up upon the SCG roof during a Wallabies game and did a wee off the roof onto the crowd? Yeah.
Did you have a pun for him? Did he have alliteration?
Yeah, that was Piddler on the Roof.
Oh, Piddler on the Roof. And you even had the music for it.
And the best thing about that story, Steve Marshall is one of the best bouncers you'll ever see. He followed him for miles throughout Bondi Junction, up the escalator, down the escalator, trying to get an answer out of him.
Yep.
Because, that kind of behaviour, you need to know why.
And what did you find a why?
No, you know what? Not on that occasion. But I have done a few Ks after people. I recall. I'm just looking across at the Harbour Bridge, and I recall following a bloke for about 2.5 Ks throughout the CBD. Yes, in my RMs.
And with a crew around you.
By that time, the crew had dropped off, and I was just with my iPhone. I was just doing it on my iPhone. Yeah, well, but the bloke. He ran for 2.5 Ks, and I was running next to him saying, mate, do do you realise that I came third in my cross-country high school championships?
So you kept right up with him.
He ran right into the Rocks police station. Would you believe? Yeah.
Did you lead him in there, you think?
No, he led me there.
Oh, gee. And the coppers would have thought, hang on, what's the current affair here for? What's happening?
What have I done now?
So the Logies are on Sunday night, and you guys are up for the gong, which will be great. Ali Langdon is up
Yeah.
for
The big one,
gong.
she's up for the gold.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. So don't go crazy. Don't cause your own disgrace.
No.
I understand that Ali's picking up the tab after the show.
Drugs, prostitutes, and a very expensive steak.
So,
I'm only in it for the steak.
and check out new episodes of That's ACA released every Friday. Steve Marshall, Lizzie Pearl, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
for
allowing
having
us
us.
to plug the pod.